The next step, step 4, in the adoptive framework is cultural learning. If I were to ask you how easy is it to change corporate culture, what would your response be? I would hope you laughed a little bit at that question. Corporate culture change is not easy. Establishing a data literacy program should not be presented as a sea change to the way the business works, but introduced as a new strategy that will be adopted and woven into the existing culture over time as it proves its value, like most change management. There is cultural learning that all individuals should have access to, beyond those involved in the initial program launch. This culture learning is in place to help individuals, teams, and an organization understand what data literacy is, key characteristics of a data literate culture, and more. Cultural learning will be key for a data literacy initiative to succeed in any organization. The fifth step in the adoptive framework is prescriptive learning. The prescriptive learning roadmaps discussed in this strategy and framework help start the process of empowerment and upskilling of an individual's data literacy. The roadmaps have been defined and built in conjunction with the 4 data personas discussed earlier, based on real-world experiences with increasing data literacy in companies worldwide. Prescriptive does not mean rigid. These roadmaps offer a buffet of resources from which each persona can choose as appropriate to their learning style and available time. The roadmaps help ensure that individuals neither feel lost, for example, asked to absorb concepts which they are unprepared, nor bored, for example, wasting time on skills they have already mastered. These roadmaps also take the stress away from the thoughts of mandatory training. One key point to emphasize with these roadmaps is they are designed to upskill each individual within each data persona. We understand that not everyone who falls into the different data personas has the exact same skill set. So these roadmaps are designed to help each individual pick and choose different aspects of data literacy, helping them grow and succeed. For a data literacy program to succeed, organizations need to ensure employees are given the chance to learn, with learning time consistently worked into their schedules, whether it's 1 hour or 4 hours per week. It can be whatever your organization deems appropriate. Employees should understand that the organization believes that data literacy is a strong skill set to learn and important in the execution of their job. It is vital the employee not feel that they are just having more work added to their schedule, but are instead being empowered to be more effective and efficient. The final step within the adoptive framework is measurement. To demonstrate to the organization that the data literacy program is making a difference, periodic measurement and reporting are essential. Part of the initial discussion of the program should include agreement on which metrics will be used for program evaluation. For example, data usage, number of courses completed, number of certifications awarded, the frequency of measurement, and a communication plan for celebrating successes. Measurement is performed by the leaders and those assigned who are a part of the original discussion team as well as those who follow later. One final thing to remember is to take an iterative approach for continuous improvement. As teams, both new and previous participants, cycle through your data literacy program, you will continuously repeat the steps we have presented in this strategy and framework. But each iteration should not only advance data literacy at the individual and organization levels, the program itself must continue to adapt to the evolving, data-driven world of work and changes in BI techniques and technologies. Initiate new discussions on data literacy every 6 to 12 months, or timeframes more appropriate to your organization, celebrating successes of your own data literacy program, and adding the kinds of innovations that may build more value into the program. You may decide to build an introduction to data literacy into your new hire onboarding, continuing to feed cultural learning at the earliest opportunity. Or you may innovate with new techniques like gamification, celebrating successes, and other ways to ensure a positive feedback loop. Above all, maintain transparent communications on the data literacy program and broader trends in BI, so that the cultural learning we discussed earlier deepens and spreads across the organization, sharpening your competitive edge and keeping the workforce energized, empowered, and appreciative. Now we have covered the 6 steps that make up the data literacy adoptive framework. We want to take a deeper dive into the 4 different data personas we mentioned earlier. As we walked through step 3, we discussed the importance of assessing your workforce, which includes enabling an organization to understand where each of its workers currently stands regarding their comfort level with data and data literacy. In our experience, employees typically fall into one of 4 types of data literacy personas, from the most highly skilled data aristocrat to the least trained, even skeptical data doubter, with data knights and data dreamers at interim levels of data literacy. Let's jump into each of the 4 different data personas. The most data literate employees have advanced skill sets and experience in data analytics. Some may even be data scientists. Along with supporting continued learning in storytelling, algorithms, and the latest methodologies for data analytics, your business should help data aristocrats develop skills in leadership and mentoring. They can serve as evangelists and mentor others in helping to drive data-driven insights throughout your organization. Driven to become more data literate, Data Knights are eager to further their skills in data science, algorithms, and statistical analysis. With an eye to progressing to Data Aristocrat, Data Knights are also looking to further their leadership, mentoring, and overall business skills, including enhancing storytelling skills to demonstrate the power of data literacy. Data Dreamers are still in the beginning stages of data literacy, but have recognized the benefits of working with data in their current roles. They first need foundational learning in data and analysis, as well as critical and analytical thinking. Along with this, data dreamers need to learn to ask the right questions and frame proper analysis. They can then build on this foundation with skills in advanced analytical concepts, visualization, and storytelling. Often skeptical of the value of data-driven decisions and processes in their roles as non-data scientists, data doubters need to see the benefits of using data to validate intuition and tribal knowledge on which they typically rely. Awareness training is prerequisite to overcoming barriers to change. Doubters need to understand they can leverage their existing strengths as they begin foundational work in data literacy, that it is part of their role, not a burdensome add-on. Attention to this persona is critical to preventing roadblocks that can derail a successful rollout of a data literacy program. Each of these personas has a different buffet of choices to smoothly advance their data literacy learning and empowerment. Included in the online module for this adoptive framework, you can print off the different learning roadmaps for each of the personas. Utilize this to advance through the 5th step of the adoptive framework. Well, we have now covered the 6-step framework and taken a deeper dive into the 4 different data personas that correspond to our adoptive framework. As you look to implement this adoptive framework in your organization, there are a few important points to remember. 1. Not everyone needs to be a data scientist, but everyone needs to be data literate. When we look at a full data literacy program, yes, data scientists are crucial to the organization. We also need to realize not everyone needs to be a data scientist. Let the organization find where each individual's data literacy comfort level is and upskill and empower them from there. 2. Get to the why behind everything. To ensure your data literacy initiative is successful, the understanding of why it is in place is essential. 3. Embrace failure. When it comes to data and analytics, we need to embrace failure and understand that when we fail, it is not a bad thing, but a learning opportunity. Think back to taking tests in mathematics. Did you get 100% on every exam? Probably not. And that is how data literacy will be. Utilize the opportunity to learn and grow. 4. Allow curiosity to thrive. Help the organization develop proper skepticism. We don't want to create a world of data cynicism, but we do want to create a world of data skeptics, where we question the data and get to the answers behind it. As you allow curiosity to thrive, a data literacy initiative can also thrive. Now that you have the 6-step program to adopt a strategic framework, we hope this will entice you to enact data literacy initiatives and programs in your organization. And, as always, jump into the other data literacy modules to further your data literacy skills. You can download the official adoptive framework within the other resources of this module.
This represents the end of the video experience associated with this learning module. Please close this browser window, return to the course, and complete the remaining elements.